We've all heard how one bad move in the morning can create a snowball effect throughout our day. Say you stub your toe on your way into the bathroom, first thing. You probably will fear that the rest of your day is going to take a sharp turn downhill and fast. You've barely opened your eyes, and already the day is coated with this feeling of dread. You've been down this road before. You know the path all too well. First, it's stubbing your toe. Next, it's missing the exit on your drive into school or work. Then, getting to where you need to be, only to discover you've forgotten your cell phone in your car, and that's a whole football field or two away. Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. Actually, I just did the whole forget the phone in the car ordeal the other day. I don't know why. It just seems like once the day starts off on the wrong foot, things just seem to go haywire from there. We wake up on the wrong side of the bed and spend the rest of the day in one long trudge to nightfall. Okay, that sounds kind of depressing to me. I don't know about you, but I certainly don't want to experience 16 plus hours in that kind of mode. Yuck, that would be horrible. There is a solution. There always is. Just because something starts out one way does not give it the power to maintain the status quo for the rest of the day. Thank goodness, or else, can you imagine how scared we'd feel to wake up in the morning? What if we stub our toe? That would royally suck. If we have no way of setting a new course of direction, we may as well slip back under the covers and wait out the 24 hours to try again the next day then. Yeah, there's a better way. There's always a solution if you're willing to search for it. We can change the direction of our day by the actions that we take. To do this, we have to trust ourselves. We have to trust that we do have a certain level of control over our emotions and plans. I don't believe that what happens to you in the morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. Rather, I believe that what you do in response to what happens sets the tone for the rest of your day. If you read or listen to interviews of successful people, you will hear a similar beat to their advice. They will tell you it's what they do, the actions that they take in the morning that jumpstarts their productivity for the day. If you have a positive experience in the morning, you are more likely to carry that throughout every action of the day. So it's important to advise here that if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, reset yourself to a more positive vibe. You have the power. You are not a bystander. You are a participant. That means you have to make this happen. I personally find a gratitude list to be helpful in this situation. When I'm feeling like I want to slip back under those covers and wait out the tumultuous day ahead, I pull out my gratitude list and I read it to get back on a frequency that is positive. You want to set yourself up for success and to be able to learn and grow from what the day offers. I recently spoke with a group of wonderful young adults at a local high school, and we had this very discussion about defining success for ourselves and not measuring it against anyone else's standards. One way that I define success for myself is, if I have learned something from the day, I have been successful. With that definition, I can't fail because, well, life is constantly offering opportunities to learn and grow from what we experience, even if that is getting past a stubbed toe. It's important to remember that you are the sum of your choices. What you do today affects you tomorrow. As human beings, we're programmed to seek out habits and structure. We crave the stability of knowing what's expected. Surprises are nice in life. They keep us on our toes. But when it comes to important aspects of life, I believe that a system can be the difference between growth and stagnation. Operating within structure helps us to organize our patterns in a logical, clear, and manageable way. For instance, our morning routines allow us to sail through important steps to get us out of bed and out of the door in an organized, non-stressful way. We emerge from our restful slumbers, renewed and ready to tackle the day. Our morning ritual sets us up for the ability to rise and meet the world, putting our best foot forward. Nothing blocks growth faster than stress. Every day, we encounter stress in various forms. Some of this stress is good because it pushes us to think outside our comfort zones. But other stress is just annoying, like getting out of the door on time, forgetting things and having to retrace your steps to go get them, or having to redo things because one thing led to another and a mess evolved. Having a set ritual for certain elements of your day, those things that are vital and a part of the fabric of your everyday life, keeps your brain focused on wiping out the unnecessary stress of getting them done. Rituals can play a huge role in your growth. They serve a similar purpose to that of a coach. They keep us on track. They ensure that we're hitting the important marks of things that we might otherwise put aside, like nutrition, stretching, clearing the mind, and de-stressing. Rituals remind us to pause, reflect, and recharge. They help us get past those stubbed toes and back on a track that is pre-programmed for success. The rituals I'm talking about are things that we can incorporate into our daily life, like yoga stretches first thing in the morning, drinking lemon water upon waking, drinking a green smoothie to lift your mood, mental functioning, and immune system, reviewing your daily goals, deep breathing, 50 minutes of hard, focused work, and then 10 minutes of rest in between, then repeating that throughout the day. When eating a meal, eat the meal, no distraction. Finally, ask yourself at the end of the day, what important lesson did I learn today? When you pre-program your day with uplifting activity, you're way ahead of negativity, even if it attempts to sneak in first thing in the morning and steal your good vibes. You've got a surefire method to stop it in its tracks. Something else that is powerful is creating what I like to call task-shifting rituals. These are rituals that help you to transition from one task to another. For instance, I break into a series of 10 quick shoulder rolls, followed by 10 quick arm swings before any writing session. My mental energy shifts. This exercise releases tension. It tells my brain, okay, it's time to write now. This ritual gets my brain off any other thoughts and onto the path of creativity. I find that task-shifting rituals like this help to get me out of the grind and the muck. Somewhere in the wind that I create with each rotation of my arm exists a force that expels negative thoughts. I like to imagine that the air circulating within those rotations becomes supercharged with all these cool ions that become the positive catalysts to inspired thoughts. These task-shifting rituals are also very useful for those early morning toe stubs. Just saying, in case you're clumsy like I am. Task-shifting rituals are an invitation to change gears and get off our current frequency and onto a new one. Some people adopt rituals like drinking only green tea while writing, wearing a particular hat when presenting, or doing neck rolls and yawning at the same time. And this works quite well, by the way. Find a ritual that clicks with you and form it into a habit that you perform when shifting gears. Rituals are established, predictable, patterned behaviors that structure us. We need structure to achieve goals because it allows for more flow. When we have more flow, we are positively affecting the world around us. And that's really the point of living life, right? Spreading the seeds of inspiration and positivity. You have the opportunity to make this world a better place by the choices that you make and the actions that you take. What a wonderful purpose to embrace.